Hey guys, thanks for coming back. This weekend I saw A Good Day to Die Hard, and for those of you keeping track, yes, this is the 5th in the series, starring Jai Courtney and Bruce Willis. This is With a K Review. I'm Victor. Sit back, relax, and let's watch some explosions. So it's been 5 years since the last Die Hard movie, and we've all been wondering if Bruce Willis can bring to life the character of John McClane one last time. Now for me, I have a lot of faith in Bruce Willis. I've liked him since the first Die Hard to the 4th Die Hard movie, and I've enjoyed all his other films in between, and I've come to expect a few things when watching a Die Hard movie. Number 1. John McClane is always in the wrong place at the wrong time, and he banters with a really good villain throughout the entire film. Jeremy Irons did this really good in Vengeance, and let's not forget Alan Rickman in the first one. No offense, Alan, you are good, but Mr. Irons is better. Number 2. Explosions. Number 3. Some good old car chases. The 4th thing that we need these Die Hard movies is gunfire, and some car chases with the gunfire. Yeah. And of course that general sense of chaos where there's all these explosions and at the end it has us going, oh hell yeah! And let's not forget to make it rated R so we can say the mother effer line, not PG-13. You know what, I was just thinking, if I get 100 subscriptions, I will say every curse word that you guys send me in an email, and I will do it to however you like it. So in general, the movie does give us some of this, but not all of it. This movie is directed by John Moore, and he's really only directed a handful of movies. He directed the Flight of the Phoenix movie, he also directed Behind Enemy Lines, and he also directed a movie called The Omen, which is a remake from a 70s or 80s horror movie. I didn't get to see that one, and he directed Max Payne. Let us never speak of that movie again. Calm down, Victor. Puppies, kittens, Morgan Freeman's voice. There we go. Let's move on. Now for the most part in this movie, John McClane does have to go through a chaotic situation. And this time he has to go to Russia to save his son. And this is where the movie kind of lost it for me just a little bit in the storyline. The reason this movie takes place in Russia is because John McClane's son, Jack McClane, is under arrest for assassinating some sort of mob or government official. And that's what really confused me in the movie, is because I'm not really sure why the son had to go assassinate that official or mob boss. It just didn't make a lot of sense. Now the overlying plot of this movie is actually find the secret file of this Russian billionaire. And this Russian billionaire has a friend named Yuri who he has in prison. And Yuri is going to give up the file on the Russian billionaire. So I guess Jai Courtney's character had to go assassinate this one person so he could get in to the prison to rescue Yuri. Now whether Jack McClane had to do this because he was hired to or whether he had to do it because of his CIA cover, I don't really know, and I kind of, let that go because it did lead to some really cool explosions. Now right after the big action scene with Jack McClane and John McClane and they escape from the courthouse, things really start to turn in the Die Hard movie. Since you really don't have any backstory on the father-son relationship that they had before, you don't really attach yourself to these two characters in the movie, and honestly they really don't have any chemistry on the screen. I actually found myself a lot of the time when they were talking, I was wishing there was an explosion that would interrupt them or just blow something up. Even the action in this movie is not as Die Hardish as it could be because there are really long gaps between the first action sequence and the second action sequence. And that's really what Die Hard's all about. It's all about having the continuous action and John McClane going through that chaotic situation and getting injured and actually looking like hell at the end. But what really put the nail in this movie was the villains. The villains in Die Hard always had a really good interaction with John McClane. They taunted him, they always kept him on edge, and he always had really good interactions with them and the minions. But in this movie, you really don't get to know any of the villains. Even though there's like a twist in the end of who the villain really is, you don't really get a sense of that villain. They don't interact, and it really doesn't bring you into the movie like all the other Die Hard ones did. Hell, they should have brought back Jeremy Irons and played the twin card. Seriously. Even with all the explosions in this movie and the R rating, you really don't get a sense that this is a Die Hard movie. And I'm really sad about that because I really wanted this Die Hard to be excellent. But I'm going to have to give it a 1.5K review. I'm going to have to tell you to skip this one in theaters, rent it when it comes out for $1, and just set it a little lower on the instant streaming. Thanks again guys for watching my show, and I really do appreciate all the viewers that I have. I really hope you come back to watch me every week, and remember, never forget, if you don't like what you're watching, you can always turn it off. Thanks guys.